Welcome to Comet Tales for February 2025, the monthly recap show covering the AHA 12U Comets-Gastrock Youth Hockey Team out of Anchorage, Alaska. This month, the Comets faced off in 7 games, and we have all the highlights here for you. The Comets opened the month of February with a home game against the Valley Predators at the Dempsey Anderson Arena. Here's the highlights.
The Predators' pass to the point is deflected by Bennett. The puck travels all the way into Comet's offensive zone, where a clearance is whiffed on, only going as far as Bennett. In trail, he drives straight to the net and chips a shot into the upper corner for the first goal of the game. On the following face-off after the goal, Hunter wins the draw back to Nathan. He bounces a pass off the wall to Bennett, who weaves around 2 defenders to the edge of the circle before wristing a shot into the lower corner of the net, putting the Comets up 2-0. The Preds again fail to clear the puck from their end, getting the puck only as far as Colby at the point, who immediately fires a shot on net, which just gets past the goalie skate and into the net for the Comets' 3rd straight goal of the first period. The Predators break out of their zone and spring an open skater up the left side. She works into the left circle and fires a wrister on net. Connor is fast with the leather and snags this one before the damage can be done. The Preds win the draw back to the point. They then push down the left wall and center the puck. Her shot is saved, but spills back out up front. She then sends an off-balance shot into the upper corner to put the Preds on the board at 3-1. Colby turns the puck in the neutral zone and charges up the wall, turns into the circle, and fires a shot stick side past the goalie and into the net, pushing the Comets' lead out to 4-1. Comets' offensive zone face-off after a Preds penalty. Oscar wins the draw and takes it himself. Heading towards the corner, he draws the defense to him and passes to Colby, left all alone in front of the net. He lifts his shot over the stick to net the Comets' 5th goal of the game. The Preds again struggling to clear their zone. Sophia collects the puck outside the circle, skates towards the net, and fires a wrister that finds the back of the net to make the score 6-1. Into the 3rd period now, Jeremy holds the zone and centers to Tatum, who works a backhand shot blocked by a stick out front. The puck deflects out to the high slot where Jeremy unloads a wicked slapper that finds space between the goalie and the post to push the Comets lead out to 7-1. Late in the game, face off to the Preds' right, Griffin wins the draw to Sophia, who drives into the corner and behind the net. Her shot rebounds out to the slot where Griffin one-times a backhander into the low corner for the Comets' 8th goal on the game. The book is closed on this one, with the Comets winning going away by the final score of 8-1.
On February 14th, the Comets began play in the AHA-hosted Presidential Day Invitational Tournament, facing off against the HCF 12U girls team from Fairbanks. Here are the highlights.
After a scoreless first period, the game is turned into a track meet, with either team able to hold position for any length of time. HCF collects a Comets shot and turns up ice, one pass to center ice, and HCF has the breakaway. She glides into the edge of the circle and risks the shot that Connor swallows up with the glove, keeping the game scoreless. Last minute of the 2nd period, HCF connects another breakout pass from their defensive zone, and they are behind the Comets defense. She releases a wrist shot from the high slot that gets past the blocker and into the upper corner, putting Fairbanks on the board first, 1-0. Into the 3rd period, Comets now on the power play, and Sophia is putting in the hard work in the corner to gain possession. She moves the puck along the end of the wall, then suddenly centers to a wide-open Tyler in the slot, who one-times a shot into the lower right corner, and just like that, the Comets have tied this game up at all 1-1. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the game, and the Comets will go on the power play once again. Comets win the face-off back to Tatum, who passes to Bennett. along the right wall. He works down the goal line and then cuts towards the goal, weaves around the defenseman, and risks a shot low to the short side against the motion of the goaltender, putting the Comets ahead for the first time in this game, 2-1. The Comets closed out the remaining 3 minutes of this game and take Game 1 of the 2025 President's Day Invitational, 2-1 over Hockey Club Fairbanks.
Nice look at the Fairbanks squad here, so we'll see.
The next morning, February 15th, the Comets took the ice in Game 2 of the President's Day Invitational against the Kenai IceHawks on the big ice of Ben Boeke Rink 1. Here's the highlights.
With 4:12 remaining in the first, the Comets were tripped in the offensive zone, and on the delayed penalty call, Nathan rips a slapper from the top of the circle that gets past the goalie. But after a zebra conference, the goal is waved off. Apparently the puck had been touched by a Kenai player, which would end the play, but the whistle wasn't blown at the time. Second period now, Kenai dumps the puck for a change, and Bennett collects behind the Comets' cage with the head of steam and starts up the ice, getting past 3 IceHawk defenders before lifting a wrist or high glove to open the scoring for the Comets. Tatum holds the zone and pushes the puck forward. It bounces off a Kenai skate towards net, and goalie redirects the puck right into the slot where Yari hammers it off the goalie to the bar, then bounces off of the goalie again and in the net for the Comets' second goal. Blake and Bennett close down a Kenai charge up the ice. Kenai makes a blind pass across the ice that Bennett collects in the corner before turning up ice. He turns on the Jets, blowing by 2 IceHawks and splitting between the next 2 before launching a wrister from close range that whistles past the helpless goalie, putting the third Comets goal on the board. Along the near wall, Garrett separates a player from the puck. Yari jumps on the loose puck, weaving his way into the circle. He fires a wrist shot that is gloved by the goalie, but he spills the puck. Colby is the first to see the puck and pokes it into the open net, and the Comets are up by 4. Moving into the third period, the Comets take a tripping penalty and go on the penalty kill. The ensuing draw goes behind the Comets' net, where Bennett collects. He skates up the right side unchallenged and is on all alone. He buries a wrister high stick side for the shorty and the Comets' 5th goal. This also completes the hat trick for Bennett. Kenai pressuring, but their shot is blocked by Bennett. The puck falls to his feet. He collects, getting behind the Kenai defense. He fakes a wrister from the slot, but drags it to the wide open net far post to slot it home. The Comets take this one against the Kenai IceHawks 6-0 in the second game of the President's Day tournament.
The President's Day Invitational rolled on later in the day when the Comets took the ice against the Delta Huskies in our final group game. Here's the game highlights.
Delta fires a slapper from way outside. Connor makes the initial save, but the rebound spills to the circle, where Delta jumps on the loose puck, putting it into the far side of the net to open the scoring. Into the second period, Hunter fires a slap shot from just inside the blue line. The puck spills into the crease where Benjamin is first to it, wristing it into the net to tie this game at 1-1. Delta breaks into the Comets zone, weaving down the left side and gets off a snapshot from the circle that finds the back of the net, putting the Huskies back out in front, 2-1. Into the third period with Delta on the power play. At the blue line, it's 2-on-1. Delta makes a centering pass to the wide open odd man, and he one-times it back across the face of the goal and into the far side netting to widen their lead 3-1. Late in the period, the Comets have pulled the goaltender for the extra attacker. After a face-off in the Huskies' end, the puck pinballs back and forth until Benjamin collects at the point and takes a shot that goes wide, but Bennett tracks it down and lifts a wrister into the net to pull the Comets within 1 with 23 seconds remaining. The Comets maintained 6-on-5 for the remaining time on the clock, but were not able to net the tying tally. The game ended with the Comets dropping this one 3-2.
After completing round-robin play, the Comets compiled a 2-1 record, finishing in second place in the division and qualifying for bracket play in the quarterfinals, where they will face the Kodiak Brown Bears. And here are the highlights.
Kodiak clears the puck from their zone, but Bennett wins the race to the puck near the circle. He continues around the net and works up the near boards. He is tripped up entering neutral ice, but manages a pass to Hunter from his knees. Hunter weaves through the defense and takes a shot from the circle that bounces off of Benjamin's stick towards the goalie. The goalie attempts to catch it, but the puck again bounces up and behind him and into the net to open the scoring for the Comets. Early second period, and the Comets go on the power play. Hunter weaves back and forth in the neutral zone, drawing the defense out. He then pushes up the right side, gets around the last defense, but whiffs on the shot. Bennett possesses and passes back to Hunter, whose shot rebounds back to Bennett. He then buries his next shot to push the Comets' lead to 2 goals. Colby's shot from the blue line deflects into the corner. Bennett collects and centers to Tatum, who slips a shot between the tendy and the post to put the Comets up 3-0. Into the third period, Comets on the power play again. Face off in the Kodiak end. Kodiak gains possession, and with 2 passes, they are behind the Comets defense. A wrister from the slot goes into the net, putting Kodiak on the board. Comets still on the power play, and Bennett intercepts a clearance from behind the net. He works the puck low and centers to Nathan, who 1 times crossed the face of the goal, tucking just inside the post to put the Comets out in front 4-1. Kodiak grabs a loose puck in the Comets zone. A shot from the edge of the circle goes under the pads for the Bears' second goal of the game. The Comets closed out the remaining minutes of this game to secure a 4-2 win.
With a win in the quarterfinal game, the Comets now faced off against the Junior Avalanche in the President's Day Invitational semifinal game.
The Avs jump on an errant pass just inside their zone, and the breakaway is on. With an elevated wrist shot from the slot, the Avs take the early lead 1-0. Early second period, the Comets mishandle a puck in their zone. The Avs work a centering pass to the slot, then a wrist shot into the far side of the net to extend their lead to 2. The Avs break out of the Comets zone, and with 1 pass, they are behind the Comets defense again. A slap shot from the low slot finds the net, and the Avs are up by 3. Late in the third period, the Comets are on the power play and go empty net to go 6-on-4. The Comets are fighting to hold the zone at the near point when Bennett comes away with possession. He centers to Blake, and she 1 times a shot across the face of the goal and in to put the Comets on the board. The Comets kept the 6-on-4 but lost possession in the neutral zone. The Avs shoot from the blue line into the empty net to make the score 4-1. Hunter collects a loose puck behind the Comets net. He charges up ice, weaving between the Avs defense. He buries a shot from the slot into the far side of the net for the Comets' second goal. The Comets again pull the goaltender, but could not find the back of the net. This one ended with the Avs holding on to their 2-goal lead and earning their entry into the President's Day Invitational Finals game.
The final game of the month took place on February 22nd out in Wasilla at the Brett Ice Arena, where the Comets took on the Valley Predators.
The Predators win a face-off in the Comets zone, but a D-to-D is intercepted by Colby, and with 2 steps he's behind the Preds defense, and the break is on. He elevates wrister from the slot that finds the back of the net to open the scoring for the Comets. The Comets' shot from the point is blocked and deflects all the way to the Comets zone. The Predators are the first to the puck, and a wrister from the low slot gets past the glove to level the score. Into the second period, Bennett intercepts the puck in the Comets zone and charges up the ice. His shot from a low angle is saved and rebounds behind the net. Bennett steps from behind the net and takes several shots, the last of which gets past the goalie to put the Comets back in front. Benjamin collects the puck in the defensive zone, passes forward to Bennett, who turns on the Jets around the last Predator and launches a wrister from the circle that goes past the goalie for the Comets' third goal of the game. Third period action. Colby's shot from the point deflects wide, but Bennett takes the puck in the corner, steps around the defense to the edge of the circle, and lifts a wrister into the corner of the cage to complete the hat trick, putting the Comets up 4-1. The Predator's shot goes high over Connor into the corner. The puck is collected by Bennett and he charges up the right side. Turning to the slot, he fires a wrister past the goalie to make the score 5-1. The Comets close out the remaining minutes until the final horn and win this one with a final tally of Comets 5, Predators 1.
I hope you've enjoyed the new additions to the game highlight packages. If you noticed something new, let me know in the comments what you thought about them. Well, that's about it for the February edition of Comet Tales. Up next, the season-ending 12U State Tournament taking place down in Kenai and Soldotna. Stay tuned to the channel for those live games and the final Comet Tales of the season coming to you in March. Remember, keep your head up and your stick down.